Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the feature race at Aqueduct on Saturday. Race number 8 is the $100,000 Correction Stakes for fillies and mares. Let's take a peek at this field. Mike, I think it's a pretty evenly matched group. 8-5 favorite Bridled Wood Cat. Disappointing performance last time out at 1-2. It's going to face a sharper foe in the 4, Kept True.
Yeah, she will. I mean, I think this race really is all about whether you think she can rebound, Dan. Her prior 2 starts were really good. She fairly bombed last time.
Third choice in the morning line, the number 5, Piedi Bianchi, has some back class, came off a long layoff last time out with a win, and as we see from the Timeform US pace projector, could get the right setup. We're expecting a fast pace in here. The 2, Bridled Wood Cat, the 4, Kept True, the 3, Sea Sparkle. If they hook up early, Piedi Bianchi has enough back ability and at least recent form to maybe pull off a mild upset.
We'll see how fast they go. I do expect Bridled Wood Cat to be sent to the lead here. I don't see why they wouldn't just try and make the front and see what happens.
Let's talk about the number 1, Slimy, second last time out in an optional claiming race. We're going to take a look at that performance right now. Slimy's always been a solid enough performer. She wins lots of races. And last time out, I thought it was an even performance. We see her in the stretch right now on the outside. She has her look at it, and she finishes second. Might need a little bit of a buyer boost stepping back up into stakes company.
This is sort of a typical performance for her. She likes to close. She tends to always show up. She's probably in a little bit tough in a race like this. But if they go fast in this race, she'll run late.
Let's talk about the 2, Bridled Wood Cat, because the sky looked like the limit after her second and third lifetime starts. Just open length wins with buyer speed figures of 92 and 90 respectively. But last time out, it just wasn't there for her. Was it the wet track? I mean, it didn't look like it was extremely wet out there. The official designation was good. She was up close to the pace, but just lacked the pop in the lane.
I don't know what happened last time, but again, it's the race you have to reconcile if you want to take a short price on her again. I really liked her return from the layoff in October. I thought she ran well again in the second win. I wasn't quite as taken with her performance, but she got it done that day. I don't know what to say about her last race, Dan. She was bad, and it's hard to take another short price on her just off of that performance.
Sea Sparkle is the number 3. This horse is only 1 for 20 lifetime. Just missed last time out in a solid enough third place effort. We'll watch the race. She, again, was up close to the pace. And in the lane, Sea Sparkle, who was 5-2 against starter allowance foes, just kind of lacked the punch. As I said, she was close right until about mid-stretch. Then they ran away from her. They're trying to get a stakes place, and I can understand that. But if she's going to be pushing the 2 and the 4 early, she might pay the price first.
Right. I mean, 2 starts back, she actually ran pretty well. They put her on the lead, and she almost pulled off a huge upset with a career best buyer. She didn't run quite as well in this race we're watching, only third best, and she's just in a way tougher race here.
New York bred Kept True is just in very good form right now for Leah Giarmati. She has won 2 out of her last 3 races, including this performance in the Broadway, where she was up close to the pace, but she settles it, turning into the stretch. You see her right now in the blue cap. She is the number 5. She makes the lead, and she just keeps on to her business. Solid enough 85 buyer speed figure, and you can make the argument, Mike, that she's lightly raced enough that she might be able to take another forward move. I like that she draws outside the other speeds.
Yeah, she's actually been pretty good from day one. This is obviously the best performance of her career. She got a great trip in this race, took advantage a little bit, but that's her. You know, she's very tactical, very handy, shows up every time. I think at least in her case, maybe she's not going to be as good ultimately as Bridled Wood Cat, but you know that she's going to show up, and the other horse sort of has to prove that.
Piedi Bianchi, multiple grade 1 placed as a 2-year-old, put in some tough spots at 3, and then she missed a long time. She returned to the races for Carlos Martin, and the connections patience paid off. This horse was a big price in this race. An optional claimer at the Big A back in January. We turn into the stretch. Piedi Bianchi just found a really good spot on the back stretch 3 wide. She's the gray. I thought this was a nice comeback performance. She worked hard enough to get the job done, but I don't think she emptied the tank.
I don't think she did either. You're going to see her here start to finally gain ground. All through the upper stretch there, she was driving and not really making any progress. Right there is where Bridled Wood Cat just starts to stop finding and gives way. And Piedi Bianchi, to her credit, kept on, and she got the job done at the end off of a very long layoff. As you said, she's got back class, probably gets another good trip in this race. There's plenty to like.
I'm not shy. I'll buy the number 6, 30-1 on the morning line. Big winner 2 starts back, but that race was over sloppy going at Mahoning Valley. They tried Stakes Company last time out at Delta, Downs going 5. That race has produced 2 next out winners. The last place horse actually coming back to win a stake on the turf at the fairgrounds with a 95 Beyer speed figure. But really on paper, Mike, she only has the 1 race, and that was in the slop at Mahoning.
Yeah, in the slop where she just got loose on the lead and never faced a challenge that day. I mean, listen, she's won 4 of her 9 starts. She has a lot of early speed. I don't think she needs a wet track to be at her best, although she certainly likes a wet track. I don't know, Dan. I thought this was a tough spot for her, but you know what? I think she's going to come out of there running.
Kind of like a horse like Nisha, the number 7, 20-1 on the morning line, probably a little overmatched here. Spent most of her career in the claiming ranks, but when you win 11 of 18 lifetime races, you should at least take notice. Here's her most recent start at Parks on February the 17th. Like several of these, she was forwardly placed. She's on the outside, taking the front in the blue blinkers. A 74 Beyer speed figure. There's nothing wrong with this performance, except it was against condition claimers.
Yeah, I mean, much the best in this race. And it was, just sort of nice to see her get back to one of her good races because her first 2 starts back off the layoff were not her best. I mean, she ran a good one here. It's probably in too tough in a race like this, but expect her to show up, I guess.
Pick time for the correction, race number 8 at the Big A on Saturday. Mike, you like the kind of now horse in here. That's the number 4, Kept True.
Yeah, mostly just because I don't really trust Bridlewood Cat. I realize that Bridlewood Cat will probably win if she shows up with her best race. I just don't really trust her. I'll take the inform horse.
The question is, which Bridlewood Cat will show up? Was it the dud that showed up last time over the wet track or the good one that raced 2 or 3 back? I think it might be the good one. I think she's a little quicker than the 3 or the 4 out of the gate. And I think we'll see Junior Alvarado get aggressive with her from the start. I'll go with Bridlewood Cat. Mike goes with Kept True. It's the 8th at Aqueduct on Saturday. It's the correction. It has a post time of 5:01 Eastern. Good luck.